Wherever you go, you leave an invisible part of yourself behind. Now the once advanced technology to detect is readily available to everyone. It might even be on your Christmas list this year.
But here's the bad part. It's something that crooks can get their hands on too and use it against you. Jennifer Dowling investigates how they could do this.
The concern is that thieves could be stalking your security codes by using new devices like these that allow you to see body heat images.
These are all people basically sitting at their desks.
Devices like the iPhone FLIR and Seek Thermal are already on store shelves.
This is a case for the iPhone 5 and 5S.
They simply snap on your phone and record the heat signature for people and animals by day or night. It's so sensitive, it can show you the heat escaping from your windows, electronics, or car.
You can also see the heat signature of where someone's been sitting long after they get up and walk away.
As Digital Trends managing editor Nick Moki showed us, this remaining body signature even applies to your hand and fingers.
Go ahead and put your hand down there. You can see in the camera it's actually red and white, which is indicating it's way warmer than the area around it. And if you go ahead and lift your hand off of the wood surface there, you leave behind a clear heat signature on that wooden counter.
This print took over 5 minutes to fade. Moki says this new technology could heat up the danger of identity theft by allowing thieves to capture your security codes after you punch them in. We took the device to an ATM to check that theory.
And you can go ahead and see that when I start to enter my PIN code, I actually leave behind a thermal signature on all the keys. And you can see from how bright each of those is, a thief would actually be able to look at that and figure out the order that you press those buttons in.
This can be done very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. You just snap it and look for it later.
We also did a field test inside of the store at a debit card machine with Portland shopper Bruce Ross. This time a pin pad with rubber buttons. Excluding the enter button, you can see the group of numbers he punched in, 7532. You can also use different filters to get a better image. Although the pin sequence wasn't clear, Moki says it's still possible to figure it out.
If they can get a feel for it, they can try a couple different combinations that seem likely.
In fact, a study at UC San Diego on thermal camera-based attacks shows that researchers could visually figure out a keypad sequence 80% of the time if the camera was used within 1 minute. After that, it dropped to 20 to 30%. There is some good news for consumers. Conditions aren't always right for the cameras. The study states if your body temp is cooler, you might not leave a trace, like this woman. And metal keypads don't hold the heat. You can also protect yourself by putting your hand over the entire keypad. Watch how the sequence is destroyed here. And thieves would still need to get your actual card number to use a PIN.
You would need a skimmer or something too, right?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, even if someone were to get your PIN code, they don't have your credit card, so they would need to employ some other piece of technology.
Although Portland police say infrared technology is so new, it's not been tied to a crime here yet. Our shopper feels it's only a matter of time.
They're always trying to find new ways to steal our money.
Now, Moki says he feels that your home security systems may be most at risk for thieves looking to get into a home or an apartment complex. Now, this technology has been around for a while. The difference now is, according to Moki, it was once only reserved for military missions, and a cheaper consumer version is now available for only $200 to $350. He says anyone can take a shot at owning this. Now, FLIR's Vice President of Marketing and Communications says they have no comment. Meanwhile, the Seek Thermal company also declining comment tonight.
You know, it's interesting, Jennifer. Suppose this was the keypad at an ATM and I punched in. You were saying simply put your hand over it when you're done. Then it leaves that heat pad wipes out the fingerprint heat pads.
Right. As you saw in the report, you just put your hand over it. The heat dissipates throughout the entire keypad, blows out your code. So if you have any concern, if anyone's hovering over you with some kind of phone or device, just put your hand over the entire keypad. That'll wipe it out.
Do you believe we have to be worried about this stuff now? It's just the way technology's going.
You know, it's so advanced now. You do have to keep that in mind.
Right.
It's our world, too.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jen, so much. And by the way, if you have a story that you think that we should investigate, call our tip line 503-464-0861 or send us an email, report it at KOIN.com.